2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, with only one loss to go along with a bunch of wins, it's safe to say that early on, this season has been an unqualified success for them. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest, Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in a discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them. 2
rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Last outing for Brooklyn, they won that game against Denver. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, has a great way with his players. He said they see through all the BS. They've got to know that you're in charge and know what you're talking about. But in the end, it's about them. Kevin?
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. Clark, back when you were playing, what were the biggest challenges over the first third of the season you found?
Well, the travel is always a challenge, particularly early in your career, just learning how to manage that. How do you rest? How do you get your work in? How do you stay focused mentally? So the challenge of travel and the details of your craft. And then establishing chemistry with your teammates. We were kind of in transition my first 3 years in Indiana, where we had new players each year. And that's one of the challenges with the team that's struggling to be competitive.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. So the Nets starting 5. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's LeVert in at the 3 slot. And the basket by Curry.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
Here's LeVert. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Thompson against Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Poked loose. Here's Dinwiddie. And Durant sends it back. Thompson passes to Cousins. Here's Green. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 18. And no good that time. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the left wing. Russell finds Allen. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you can see that Durant has an incredible drive. He wants to be an all-time legend when it's all said and done.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
First free throw is good. Durant hits them both. And although the Nets have improved, Clark, they still have some areas that have traditionally given them some trouble.
Well, when you're a team that struggled to win consistently, there are a lot of holes and chinks in your armor. They only play okay defense and don't create a lot of turnovers. The turnover game is usually in favor of the opponent with them. They have the talent to be a good defensive team. I think they just have to be a little more focused and intense at that end of the floor. They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Inside. Out to Russell. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Durant attacking, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Dinwiddie. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Denver.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Just 5 to shoot. Can they get it? He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, man, he is so shrewd in screen and rolls. Dinwiddie is good at sizing up and analyzing the situation and then making the right decision at the right time.
Now here's Thompson. Last game he had 34 points. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, they've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Brooklyn, 7.5 games behind.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 5. Curry kicks to Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 7 points for Draymond Green.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way. And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for D'Angelo Russell. He's getting around 20 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library. He lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
And that one's good. Russell.
And slithering inside, D-Lo. That's Russell's length helping him convert against pressure.
Brooklyn with the rebound. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Now here's Curry after the miss from Klay Thompson. Outside Durant. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Floats one up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
And LeVert, the Ohio native, has a ton of potential, folks. A tall, lanky shooting guard with really good playmaking ability.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
Here's Hollis Jefferson after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Russell looking it over. Thompson with the rebound. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
Now Cousins after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Green, Durant, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Durant's got his second bucket tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Russell with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Durant gets it to go.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
And the Warriors with some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Now here's Fareed. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm. Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Nets trail by 12. Here's Napier, coming off a solid outing against Denver. Davis up top. Now here's Carroll. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Napier kicks to Harris. It's Carroll on the wing. The pass to Napier. 4 on the shot clock. Over Cook. And it's Napier missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Carroll after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Back to Carroll. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Durant, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Carroll. Sweet little floater.
Such an impressive all-around player. Carroll is good at scoring in the painted area as well.
And here's Golden State. They're on a 16-7 run. Iguodala kicks to Cousins. To the middle, stolen by Fareed. Down low, here's Davis. Pass to Napier. For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Carroll. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Iguodala. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Bell is checked in for Cousins. And it's Livingston in for Durant. And Brooklyn has possession. They trail by 14. The shot by Carroll, no good. Carroll against Iguodala. Kicks to Cook. To the middle. He's looking for Bell and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now here's Carroll. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Just 3 to shoot. The putback. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pass to Cook. He kicks to Iguodala. Back to Cook. Passes it to Livingston. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so Napier will bring it up for the Nets. It's a 16-point game, and Carroll gets it to go.
And there's no reason to lay off Carroll now. I mean, he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Cook, the pass to Iguodala. Shoots over Carroll. Iguodala no good.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
Now Carroll. Over Iguodala.
And Iguodala's calling card really has always been his defense. And right there, he impacts the shot with another dose of that in-your-face D.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare, rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, it's been impressive for me too, Greg. I mean, they've snuffed out a lot of shots, and I think they've had an intimidating effect on the opponent.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Davis. Kenneth Faried is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Harris, and it's Napier in at the one spot.
One shot.
Faried, no good on the free throw. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Back to Bell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up on Monday. They'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with a victory.
That free throw, no good. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Harris. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Now here's Napier. He's covered closely. Carroll with the three. That's tipped, and that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
As this season gets underway, let's see how the Nets are stacking up in the NBA stats.
And going back to their block shots, they're fearless, challenging shooters and contesting everything. You end up on a few posters, but I love that willingness to take a stand defensively.
Here is Cook. No points in the game yet for him. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. 6 to shoot. Here's Russell for Reed trying to get open. Misses off the right iron.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, here's Napier. Carroll with it. Bell with the block. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. He had a nice open look right there. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Davis. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Kenneth Faried. LeVert's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Now here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Iguodala finds Green. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Over Green. Off the left rim and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint, here's Iguodala. That one falls. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the pass to Russell. To stop the run. It's good from long range. He has 7.
The confidence from range, I mean, that's what scouts still insist will make Russell a top-level player.
Warriors leading by 17. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. Over Russell. And it's off the back rim. No good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Excellent size and feel for the game. D'Angelo really just scratching the surface of his potential.
Iguodala, the pass to Curry. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Thompson? Averaging about 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Curry. Down low, Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Warriors leading by 10. Here's Thompson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When it comes to initiating this play, Clark, for your money, who are the perimeter pick-and-roll ball handlers right now in the game?
Well, the guys that come to mind for me, Chris Paul is fantastic in the pick-and-roll. Damian Lillard is outstanding. James Harden. And I think Victor Oladipo is getting better. I mean, he's so good at finding seams and using his athleticism to get to the bucket, and he's really grown as a finisher. Kyrie Irving is just a terrific one-on-one player. Sometimes he doesn't even need the screen guy. He's so good with the ball. And obviously Steph Curry is in that category too.
The first one falls. And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low. So taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends. And I'd throw DeMarre Carroll in that category as well for them.
That one misses.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level too. Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears him to the players and helps his team.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Here is Durant. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course the Lakers right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And seeing where the Warriors are, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, one of the rare wing players, Clark, who can't really threaten from outside, but he makes up for it with his defense.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this guy is unafraid of anybody. He's 6'7", he's athletic, he's strong, he's aggressive and smart. There's nobody he gets matched up with that he doesn't think he can lock up.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Boy, he's like mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
Here's Green. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Green's got 9.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Here's Dinwiddie. He has 6. Misses the 3. And here is Curry. Kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nets go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Back to Russell. And stolen by Cousins. Durant attacking. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Durant. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. It seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Warriors leading by 12. Curry finds Green. To the paint, picked off in midair. Here's Russell. He trains the quick shot. Russell's got 13.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Pass to Durant. Shot from the low block. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
And both free throws good for Durant. And the Nets with possession here. Down by 12. To the wing right side. Allen dishes to Russell. Softly drops in the floater. Russell's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Now, here is Russell. 15 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And a quick look at the numbers for Cousins. 11th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Here's Dinwiddie. 6 points for him. Russell with it. Now Green defending, and there it is for him. And that's now 17 points for D'Angelo Russell. Here's Curry. He's got 5. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Curry is inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, how about the touch there from Curry? Just keeping control even while getting knocked around. Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Cook, he's checked in for Golden State.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Stephen Curry. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Kenneth Faried. Now Curry. 8 points for him. High post Cousins. Basket counts. And the Warriors lead by 13.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Faried with it. Now Green defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it up. It's rebounded by Golden State. They led the game at 1 point by 20. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Back to Cook. Jacks up a 3. That one, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Out left to the wing. Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
So it's the Warriors now after the basket by Brooklyn, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It goes on Ed Davis. The Warriors have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Urebko comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Durant. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. They swipe it. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. The shot's good from Urebko. And the Warriors lead by 18.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 19. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Napier. Wide open shot is on the money. Warriors leading by 16. Out to the wing. There's 39 seconds left here in the second. Here's Durant. Some solid defense from Faried.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And, you know, last year for DeMarre Carroll, it was a career year. I mean, highs in points, and he finally got back to playing the kind of ball that he felt he could. Nobody thought much of him heading into last season, but he ended up playing a major role.
And he can't get the first one.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
Good on the second free throw. Livingston with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Durant in the corner. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Nets have had an off night from the stripe tonight. Free throw good, Russell.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career. D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is Cook. Napier covering. Cook kicks to Durant. Shoots over Carroll. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 23 points for Kevin Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 23 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, Durant certainly showed up, as he always does. That's the thing about KD, the consistency. It's in his attitude. He puts up the numbers every single night, and he makes an impact on the defensive end as well.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense fouling.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. And it's all 5 All-Stars out there for the Warriors. Curry, Clay, Durant, Green, and Cousins. Cousins Battles through traffic and lays it in. Cousins has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes to LeVert. Buries it down low. LeVert's got 5 points so far.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Now here's Curry. Tipped away. To the middle. Here's Cousins. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Dinwiddie. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Go ahead and get it, youngster. Hollis Jefferson showing off the springs.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Durant. 6th in free throw percentage and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Took him no time at all on that one. 11 points in the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside, Russell. Now the pass to LeVert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Nets.
Not a lot of difference between them. You know, it's about 50-50, but this game isn't 50-50 right now. They need a big run here just to get back into the mix.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Cousins with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Over in the corner, Green. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Inside. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when the offense is running through Curry, it's going to run smooth.
The Warriors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Thompson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Timeout called, the Nets.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Second, the Warriors.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Russell against Thompson. A baseline J. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Top of the key, Russell. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Five on the clock. From deep three-point range. And the Nets miss again.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity. Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Pass to Dinwiddie. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Here's Hollis Jefferson following the basket by Stephen Curry. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. They'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
In that game against the Clippers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Curry passes to Cousins. Green inside the three-point line. Warriors the rebound. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And he makes the first.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Bell is checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And Cousins drops them both. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And it's the Warriors with the ball following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Here's Curry with the three. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Pass to Bell. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And this is where Bell likes to operate. Comfortable inside, knows he can get it done from there.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. Kicks it to Cousins. Brooklyn with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Carroll. Harris drives in. And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Jerebko's checked in for Cousins. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Carroll finds Napier. Outside, Davis. Down low, here's Harris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Harris has got his first points of the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Curry attacking. It's stolen by Davis. Carroll up top. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Allen. Again, the Nets for 2.
Solid job moving the ball. Carroll is a team player who doesn't allow the ball to stick in his hands. He moves it.
And here is Curry. 16 points for him. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 6. And Davis pulls it down.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here's Napier. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Here's Cousins following the bucket by the Nets. And here's Iguodala outside. The rebound by the Nets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now here's Carroll. He has 5. He can't get that one to fall. Warriors leading by 19 points. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the score by Golden State. Carroll passes to Davis. Back to Carroll. Over to the wing. Here's Napier. Offensive rebound. Fareed dishes to Carroll. Harris outside. He feeds it to Fareed. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's now 8 points for Kenneth Fareed.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Cousins uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 21.
Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Napier kicks to Carroll. No good on the 3.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Napier finds Fareed. That one good for 2. Fareed's got 10 points in the game.
Those quick feet of his allow him to get out of the screen extremely fast. Fareed, difficult to stay with in the screen and roll.
Now here's Iguodala. Passes it to Jerebko. Cook looking it over. Back to Jerebko. Over Napier. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And it's Carroll in the corner. Back to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Shabazz Napier. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Livingston. 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Iguodala. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that 6-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
The free throw drops for Iguodala.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And Iguodala drops them both.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
Now here's Carroll. 5 points in the game. The pass to Davis. All alone. It's good.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Here's Jerebko after Ed Davis's score. Jerebko kicks to Iguodala from the corner, and there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Iguodala. 14 points here for Cousins.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
26 seconds left in the third. Russell from long range. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Iguodala the pass to Jerebko. Outside Russell. Buries it from three-point range. Russell's got 26.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
It's stolen by Carroll. It's stolen by Jerebko. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Jerebko's got 4 points this quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead, setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kenneth Faried, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. Clark, it always seems the coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there, but the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Here's Carroll after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Russell from long range. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Russell's got 29 in the game.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. To the inside. Lets it fly. Out to Thompson. Offline with his 3. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Green. Shot on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Warriors leading by 22. It's Durant with the drive. Here's Cousins. No good from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
First one falls for him.
What a family of shooters the Currys are. Dell, Seth, Steph, they can all shoot the lights out, but if they have a family three-point contest, I think I'd have to go with this man here. I think I'm going with Steph.
And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in. Stephen Curry hits them both. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a two-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured calm and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Allen against Cousins. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Carey. 6 to shoot. Durant with the steal. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So both teams changing it up here. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Crabbe, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Nice to see Crabbe expanding his game, doing a little work inside little by little. You know, Allen Crabbe is a strong shooter, and it's fair and accurate to call him a 3-and-D type of player. He came into the league known mostly for his defense, but that had fallen off for a spell. Fortunately, he was able to get back on track and be a two-way player of some value.
One shot.
And last season, Crabbe heard the complaints, Clark, about his defense and used it as motivation.
That's the way you have to do it, Kevin. I think constructive criticism is really the last thing you want to hear, but it's really what you need to hear if you're serious about getting better. And to Crabbe's credit, he took that constructive criticism to heart, went to work, and he's gotten better as a defender.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Napier finds Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Mark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after
shots.
1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. It takes a little time, most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
Looney's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And the second free throw, good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Curry. Durant, the pass to Looney, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Allen Williams. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. Here's LeVert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, the athletic LeVert makes these forays to the goal and does a good job drawing fouls in the process.
You look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball, if you will, or versatile basketball that takes place. More guys are spread out and away from the goal. Bigger guys are not always camped in the lane, so everybody's got to rebound the ball, more so today than in the past decades, because, again, the three-point shots are coming at a rapid rate. Longer rebounds are available now, so everybody's got to be attuned to rebounding the ball.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Warriors leading by 23. It's Thompson off the drive, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That free throw good from Thompson. And so Thompson nails both of them. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion, and I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s. Plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension, but the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
He is just a monster on the boards, and with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Shoots the three. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. It's Russell with the drive. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him.
2 shots.
He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
Free throw good, Russell. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport, but they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
And the first one at the line is good. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. And so he makes both from the line. Warriors leading by 21. He kicks it to Cousins.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Right side Durant. Outside Green. Lets the three fly. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Dinwiddie. Allen outside. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. That's tipped. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Here's Dinwiddie. Passes to Russell. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Thompson. Pulls it up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and in between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
He misses the free throw. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Here's LeVert to the middle, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, he is a high riser for sure. Hollis Jefferson, a walking highlight reel when he gets to the rim.
Durant kicks to Bell. Back to Durant. To the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Such an active player. Love seeing Bell give up his body and be rewarded for the hustle.
And the pass to LeVert for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Looking for Harris. He gets it there, and it goes down 2 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And stolen by Harris. And there's the call on Curry. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Teams of the past would often pound the offensive glass, Clark. I think of the '84 Celtics, but now teams are running only 1, maybe 2 guys to the offensive boards.
I think a big part of it is transition defense is so important that teams now don't send as many people to the offensive glass. But the flip side of that is if you get offensive rebounds, you get opportunities to score, and you can thwart transition chances. So I tilt towards trying to get to the offensive glass as long as you've got a couple of guys that are really good at it.
Here's Napier. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Hollis Jefferson finds Davis. Fareed down low, defended by Durant.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
First free throw is good. Cook, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And so Thompson nails both of them. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially since I played. We were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in player salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Free throw good, Livingston. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Elbow shot. Second shot opportunity. The shot, no good. Good D by Bell. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here is Cook. Pass to Bell. He kicks it to Livingston. Here is Cook. Napier covering. Goes up the baseline. Misses off the right iron. On the wing, Harris. Over Livingston. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how tense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.